How would you rate the classes in terms of carry potential? Let's say you're playing with two friends who are new to the game and tend to constantly go down in ruthless and above difficulties. What class would I run? Dude, I'll tell you what, a lot of people are definitely going to jump to heavy or tactical, something like that, right? I'm going to say sniper specifically for this situation where I have two teammates I need to make sure that I can consistently res. One of the best carry perks in the game, I swear, is a support perk. I've been talking about it for so long. The speed, the sped up resing for a sniper is very good, especially in this situation specifically. Now, if you were to go into like absolute or something solo, I can understand where that's carrying in a way, right? But like when I think of carrying, I definitely think of bringing two other teammates who technically aren't supposed to be there. I would 100% bring sniper. Sniper, not only would you be able to get the quick resing, but the camo could definitely allow you to, create space to open up opportunities. And then not to mention with squad renewal, you'll just be able to repeat that while you continuously get your cooldown back. And squad renewal is also very good with new players because they simply just get more things they can do because they can use their skills, their ults, their gear skills. So like, for example, if I'm playing sniper, someone's playing bulwark, they're not very good on bulwark, well, an extra banner here or there probably can make a difference even if they're bad at the game. Dude, squad renewal is really good. I seriously think it's sniper. I'm gonna go into the comments to see how other people view this, but for me, it's 100% sniper. And yeah, I can't say enough. The amount of useful moments, the support perks, like they honestly feel relevant all the time, especially in these situations. Ruthless and above. I mean, even lethal. I've seen a lot of players die in lethal recently. I was running some pretty good stuff. I definitely think Bulwark is also a really good carry class. And yeah, of course, Heavy can do it. Not to mention Heavy also has Bonds of Brotherhood. So I do think that's a really good team perk in this situation, specifically carrying. But yeah, the support perks for a sniper are always relevant. They're 100% always relevant. You will find a moment for them. Squad renewal, very good. Medicae Adept, that is the quicker resing, the speed up resing perk. Very good. I've used that so often in these situations specifically. And then, not to mention, you can also get a perk where if you get resing, you can make your teammates camo. So that also puts them into a position to create opportunities for themselves. And then that's honestly the best thing you can do as a support class. And then not to mention, you can just use LF, and yeah, you're also getting the highest DPS on the team. It's insane, dude. Sniper, nobody understands how good Sniper is. Sniper is so good. It is so good. Oh, holy cow. But okay, yeah, let's go into the comments. Let's see how people look at this one. But dude, for me, it's Sniper. I absolutely love Sniper right now. Bulwark, Heavy, Sniper. Bulwarks can support them more directly, while Heavy and Sniper can provide covering fire and give them majors to execute to help them stay alive. Sniper is also good at getting them back up, while Heavy can hold some aggro and even shield them from ranged enemies with the Iron Halo. Dude, I am definitely trying to create a habit of doing that. The shielding your teammates with Iron Halo. I just really hope people can actually see what they're shooting at through Iron Halo. But yeah, jumping up in front of your teammates like tacticals, snipers, anybody who's using a ranged weapon. If you can just put the Heavy's Iron Halo on top of them, that's very useful. But dude, also Bulwark, Heavy, Sniper, I think this is interesting. I definitely agree with the top three here, and not to mention, I think Vanguard's also probably pretty good. But Ruthless, obviously, Unmatched Zeal isn't as relevant. But yeah, also if you're carrying them, can you even rely on them to get like an extremist execution? Anyway, I've seen a fair amount of people mention Sniper. So when I jumped into the comment section here, I definitely thought there was going to be less snipers. But yeah, heavy above snipers, definitely, I think, a very interesting conversation to have. Overall, I definitely see what people see in Bulwark, but Sniper can take out zone throws quicker. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely a huge bonus to it. Like, dude, honestly, just the fact that you can just go into camo and like two-shot, maybe even one-shot a zone throw, that is definitely a huge deal. Assault, Bulwark, Vanguard. I found the hot take. Assault might seem like a hot take, so let me break it down. Oh, wow, okay. I swear, sometimes I really don't read these comments before I talk about them. I just read like the first couple words. Yeah, it's definitely a hot take. Assuming you have an Assault class around level 20, 25, he unlocks a few perks like a permanent boost to his jump pack charge, increased melee damage to major class enemies and above, and increased ground strike damage. If we do a bit of math here, using relic gear, you can one-shot extreme class enemies or move them into glory kill range, even with a glory kill, hey, even without a boost from tactical allspec. The Assault class also has the ability to jump over hordes of enemies and is the most evasive of all the classes. Dude, okay, I'm definitely starting to warm up to this hot take. I kind of agree with this, considering that you can definitely, slam, take out a lot of enemies, get your cooldown back. Not to mention, I do think camo is very evasive as well, but I definitely think it's comparable. So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely lining up. He has the highest level of mobility, second to the Sniper Class A. I was literally just saying that. Assault is perfect for reaching objectives, Fallen Brothers, Extremist Class enemies, and more. His ground pound is enough to stun Terminus Class enemies. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can definitely stun Carnifexes, 100%, and also Neurothropes. Getting a good blocking slam on a Neurothrope, a lot of damage. And can stop bosses like the Hive Tyrant or Carnifex or Hell Brutes in its tracks. I've put in almost a month worth of playtime, and I can say hands down beyond a shadow of the doubt that the Assault class is the best class in the game as of current meta. Dude, this is way, way wild. I did not think this hot take was going to start to snowball this hard. Holy cow. I do think they have a good argument, though. I truly do, but I do have a counterpoint to... So... Carrying in operations, fair, but if we were talking about carrying in siege mode, not too sure how well this ages. I mean, I guess at the very least, this is still a good argument that, the Assault class wouldn't really need that much ammo, but still, pretty bad matchups against Neurothropes, Zoanthropes. The one thing about Neurothropes that I was talking about earlier really matters when you get them into a position when they're doing the AoE attack. If you take chip damage outside of that, it's going to be incredibly hard for you to get contested health back if you are out of ammo. But again, that's kind of circumstance. But with other classes, it really doesn't even come down to circumstance. But anyway, let's continue. Maybe not for PvP. I don't know. I don't play PvP. But if we're talking operations in siege mode, oh, wow, okay, siege mode mentioned. If you know what you're doing with this lad, you will have the most kills and most damage output. I do agree with damage output. By the end of the match, 90% of the time. Dude, okay, this was a really good take. This is definitely one of those hot takes where I don't think I fully agree with, but if somebody did agree with this, it's like I really can't take a lot from them besides the fact that I'm like, okay, well, if you're out of ammo, you're in a bad position, and other classes don't even really have to worry about that. At the very least, Sniper does have a way to regenerate ammo. However, that's even limited to a point if you're out of secondary ammo. The Heavy class gets ammo back on executions. Bulwark gets ammo back on executions. When it comes to siege mode, I definitely would switch my answer a little bit closer to Heavy or Bulwark, just because of the consistent ammo regeneration that doesn't rely on other resources. So in Sniper's case, I definitely think Sniper and the Assault class, I think they're in a similar boat in a sense, where Sniper needs secondary ammo to get their ammo back. Assault really does need to perfect dodge really well to conserve ammo. So I do think it's within the kit of those two classes, and it's possible, but it's definitely a lot harder to do than the Bulwark or the Heavy. In which case, I mean, Heavy still has Bonds of Brotherhood, Bulwark has Invigorating Icon. Bulwark still has a bad matchup against Thrope-like enemies, but still can now use the heavy bolt pistol, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. It's definitely a good point, though, as far as, like, the damage capability of Assault right now. I do agree when it comes to, like, overall DPS output, the Assault's definitely up there. Like, you can legitimately go 10 and 10 pretty effortlessly if you're just playing correctly. Like, you have the heavy bolt pistol, you have the plasma, so you can easily get 10,000 range damage if you are boosting it at all with any, like, ample ammunition is very good. When you use your jetpack, you get just more range damage. It's very useful. Very, very useful. Not to mention, all of that damage for range damage for the Assault class is basically going to heal them. That all goes for healing, 100%. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely a good take. I like to see this. Sniper every single carry run. Can use Bolt Sniper, Burst Carbine to be able to instantly pop any flying enemies while also having access to great mid-range firepower. Has insane melee Majorist Extremist removal power and Minorist Horde cleaning power. Access to grenade refill every 30 seconds. Yeah, that definitely comes in handy. Squad renewal, also very, very good. Can drop aggro, heal all contested HP, become immune to damage stuns briefly. Cleansing of status effects on a 3-second cooldown. Wait, dude, cleansing of status effects mentioned. Wow, is that just like purification? Does purification do that? If so, I did not notice that. On a 3-second cooldown, has access to insane amounts of ammo refill without ammo packs. There simply is no other class that is as versatile and powerful, but only has this all after a few prestiges plus level cap. Okay, so at the very least, they're saying Sniper is the earliest you can be in carry potential, and I do agree. When it comes to leveling the Sniper, having Purification was huge. Very, very nice. Squad Renewal isn't even 100% necessary if you just manage your camo correctly. I understand that point, but still, I really enjoy camo because there are moments where I just want to wait a second or two to, just actually enjoy being invisible. But yeah, ultimately, when it comes to playing Sniper, it's one of my favorite classes in the game, for sure. Like, it's either Sniper, Bulwark, Tactical, those are basically like my top 3, but playing Heavy Melta, I've also have a lot of experience with. At this point, I have a lot of experience with most of the classes besides Vanguard. Vanguard is the one I'm working on right now, and I'm definitely warming up to it. But I can already tell, playing Vanguard and not having ammo regeneration, it's just really rough. It's just really rough on the seriously, the two technically worst classes, even though they're really good right now, they don't have ammo regeneration, which is unfortunate. Maybe I'm wrong about that. If you have a better idea on which classes you can carry with, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely going with Sniper. However, I'm definitely inclined to lean towards Heavy and Bulwark in high wave siege mode. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this, and thanks for watching.